Hey everybody, so this is going to be my 30th video in my True Truth of Gang Stalking series, and thanks to all of you for your support. So we're 3/4 of the way finished. In today's episode I will be talking just about lower voice to skull. If you've been following all my videos, I hope by now you understand the lower voice to skull is a huge battle. And thinking back on it, anytime there's a situation that didn't go my way, those situations are opportunities for the lower voice to skull. The gang stalkers know what you're thinking about. The gang stalkers know what you're hearing. They also know what you're seeing. They know how you feel. There's nothing you can hide from these gang stalkers. So that information needs to be set in. And whenever something negative happens, I go out, I go to places, or I try to get something or achieve certain result. If things don't work my way, those opportunities are exactly what the lower voice to skull will use or used against me. And what the lower voice to skull will do to a targeted individual is takes away the TI's focus. It takes away the TI's concentration. It makes the TI high in a way, like in a trance. And I noticed when the lower voice to skull is taking away my concentration, even though I am moving around and doing things, I wasn't paying attention to what was really going on. A few hours passed by, I would forget where I exactly put certain thing, or I forget a lot of the detail of what just happened. And that's because the lower voice to skull is constantly yapping in your ears. I can hear them right now. It's like a frequency buzzing sound. And that buzzing sound can increase, and when it increases, I would feel like kind of like I'm high, but not really like a euphoric high. It's more like a drowsy high. You know, like kind of drowsy, kind of like half asleep but not type of high. And if I'm start doing things, most likely I won't remember what I was really doing in detail, in good detail. If I was asked what I ate for lunch 2 days ago, I wouldn't remember what I ate 2 days ago for lunch. These little details. And also notice I would doze off. And when I doze off, I'm not really thinking about anything, but it's like my mind's being held without any thought process. And I'm just end up standing there, kind of dozing off. And the lower voice to skull working with the higher voice to skull out in public. So the lower voice to skull is what really solidify these different situations happening in our lives. For instance, I'm in a parking lot. I just bought some groceries. I'm trying to put groceries into my trunk. And if people were talking, 10, 20 feet away, I would hear the gang stalkers' voices talking over there. But since I'm already so experienced, I wouldn't even look over there because I already know they're trying to mess with me. And the lower voice to skull would kick in and tell me, oh, those people are talking about you. As it wants me to turn my head and look over. I used to do that, but I don't do that no more because I already know these negative thoughts comes from the lower voice to skull. And like right now, as I'm making this video, I can feel them attacking me very intensely because the lower voice to skull is the problem, the troublemaker. For those of you that feels like wherever you go, these different people are involved, they are not. You're only listening to the lower voice to skull. The high volume voice to skull and the low volume voice to skull, they're always working together. I would have to say the lower voice to skull does more work than the higher voice to skull. That's a fact. When you're driving your car and you start feeling the car next to you is not speeding up or slowing down, it's kind of just chilling next to you, well, that's a situation that's happening, and it's an opportunity for the lower voice to skull, and it will tell you that's a gang stalker, or they're stalking you, or when a TI is irritated for whatever reason, the lower voice to skull already know the TI's fears and what bothers the TI, will use those information and feelings to make this TI even more frustrated. And like I told you guys before, I believe the entire world, everyone's a TI. Just some, the more advanced TI like you and I, knows about gang stalking and targeted individuals. We can hear the gang stalkers. And that's about 20% of us TIs out there. The remaining 80%, they don't even realize they're receiving thoughts from lower voice to skull. That's why gang stalking is a global phenomenon. And the gang stalkers, they are advanced. They are more advanced than anything humans can create. The lower voice to skull is what makes you feel like everyone around you are involved. And the lower voice to skull is what makes you feel like you are the center of the world. The lower voice to skull is what gives you that ego boost to make you believe you have the complete story. UTIs out there, I'm sorry to tell you, but You don't have the complete story because you don't know who they are. But give credit where credit's due. Gang stalking is advanced. Gang stalking, it's way ahead of our time. And I believe our minds, or most people's minds, are just not developed enough to understand the information. But since I know by chance I discovered the information, I will share with you guys. And only by knowing those information will you understand what's going on. For the next 10 episodes, I will focus more on my personal experience and what happened to lead me to discovering who they are, and I will focus on the physical aspect because the last 10 episodes, like I promised you guys, it's gonna be on voice to skull. That's the mental. But the gang stalkers are in the physical. They are in the physical. There are more I want to talk about, but right now, at this very moment, I'm getting heavy attack. It's okay. I'm gonna go swimming after this. I'm gonna feel great. Just remember, no fear. Talk trash. You need to talk trash, otherwise they will not respect you. Shimon, signing out.